Hello and welcome back in our knowledge area learning series. Today we will be covering the project procurement management. Till now we have covered the 8 out of the 10 knowledge areas. The knowledge areas we have covered till now are integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resource management, communication management, risk management. Today we will be covering the procurement management. If you missed our previous videos, link for the previous videos are mentioned in our comment section. You guys can watch and subscribe our channel ASA Learnings. Today we will be covering the project procurement management and its three processes. Three processes are plan procurement management, conduct procurement management, and control procurements. So let's get started for topic for today, which is project procurement management. In a project, there are several decisions to be made while planning and executing a project. Key decision is whether the activity can be done by the project team or we need to get it done from the outside of the project team. If the decision is made to acquire from outside the project team, then the project procurement management plays a bigger role. So let's get understand the project procurement management in detail. Keywords for understanding the project procurement management are: it includes the process which are necessary to purchase or acquire products, services, or results from outside the project team. It involves the agreements that describe a relationship between the two parties, buyer and a seller. So project procurement management has three processes, one in the planning process group, one in executing process group, and one in monitoring and controlling process group. Process under the planning process group is plan procurement management. The process under the executing process group is conduct procurements, and the process under monitoring and control process groups are control procurements. So let's understand the first process of the project procurement management, which is plan procurement management. So keywords for understanding the plan procurement management are: it is a part of the planning process group. Plan procurement management is a process which has the three main functions. First, it documents the project procurement decisions. It specifies the approach and it identifies the potential sellers. Key benefits for plan procurement management are: it determines whether to acquire the goods and services from outside the project, and if yes, then three key decisions: what to acquire, how, and when to acquire. Outputs for plan procurement management are: procurement management plan, procurement strategy, bid documents, project procurement statement of work, source selection criteria, make or buy decisions, independent cost estimates, change requests, project document updates, and organizational process updates. So let's understand the first output of the plan procurement management, which is the procurement management plan, and what are their components. So components of procurement management are: first is stakeholder roles and responsibilities. What are the timetable and the timelines for acquiring the goods or services from the vendor? What are the matrices of the procurement? Who will be the pre-qualified sellers? What would be the currency in which payment will be made? And what are the constraints and assumptions? The next output of the plan procurement management is to determine the procurement strategy. So procurement strategy should be identified after the decision is made that we need to acquire from outside the project. So if we understand the objectives of the procurement strategy, objectives are: first, it determines the project delivery method, which will differ whether we are trying to acquire professional services or construction services. Second is what type of contract we need to involve. Various type of contract payment types are fixed price contract, cost plus contract, incentives and awards. Third is what will be our procurement phases. So next output for the plan procurement management are bid documents. Bid documents can be our RFI, which is request for information, RFQ, which is request for quotation, and RFP is request for proposal. Next output for plan procurement management are procurement statement of work. in procurement statement of work, we need to define the following things. So these are the examples, and it can be differ from different procurement contracts. So the list may include the procurement item specifications, how much quantity we desire, what would be the quality levels, what will be the performance data, what will be the period of performance, and work location. The next outputs for plant procurement management are source selection criteria. Source selection criteria can be of various types. It may include like capability and capacity of the seller, product cost and life cycle cost, what would be the delivery dates, technical expertise and approach, and financial stability of the firm. The next is make or buy decisions, whether work can be done by the project team or need to be purchased from outside resources. Then independent cost estimates. And the other outputs for plant procurement management are change request, project document updates, and organizational process updates. So now understand the second process, which is conduct procurements. Conduct procurements is a part of the executing process group. In conduct procurements, we perform the three key activities. Three key activities of conduct procurements are obtaining seller responses, selecting a seller, and awarding the contract to the seller. And result is we establish agreements during the formal contracts. This process is performed periodically throughout the project as and when needed. Key benefits are we select a qualified seller and implement the legal agreements for the delivery. So now understand the outputs for the conduct procurements. Output for conduct procurements are selected sellers. Selected sellers is based on the outcome of the proposal or bid evaluation. Second is agreements, final agreements with the seller, and agreements can have the following things like procurement statement of work, schedule, milestones, pricing and payment terms, quality criteria, warranty, and termination clause of the contract. Then change request, and then last is project management plan updates and project document updates. The last process in the procurement management are control procurements. In control procurements is a part of the monitoring and controlling process group. In control procurements, we have the four key activities. First activity we are doing is managing the procurement relationships. Second is monitoring contract performance. Third is making changes and corrections. And fourth is closing out contracts. Key benefits of the control procurement processes: it ensures both seller and buyer performance meet the project requirements as per the legal requirements of the agreement. The outputs for control procurements are close procurements, work performance information, project document updates, change request, project management plan updates, project document updates, and organizational process updates. So now let's understand the outputs of control procurements in detail. First is close procurements. So if we will understand the close procurements is the formal written notice about the completion of the contract. So if we will understand more when we can treat the completion of the contract, the few examples are: first is deliverables should be approved, no outstanding claims of invoices, and final payment should have been made. The second output of the control procurement is work performance information, in which we mention how the seller is performing by comparing the deliverables received. The third output for the control procurement is procurement documentation updates. In procurement documentation updates, we can update the contract schedules or any other work performance information which we need to update. The few other outputs for the control procurements are change request to the project management plan, its subsidiary plans, and any other components. Example: cost baseline, schedule baseline, and the procurement management plan. Project management plan updates, project document updates, In project document updates, some examples are we are updating the lesson learned register and the resource requirements. And the next is organizational process updates. In organizational process updates, we update the payment schedules and request seller performance evaluation documents. I hope you enjoyed our video. Thanks for your continuous support. If you have any doubts or clarification, feel free to write in our comment section and we will try to reply them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our YouTube channel ASA Learnings, and happy learning.